Come on. So we already know that this guy is a sellout. We already know that anyway. But the reason I'm making this video is because one, I saw recently the guy was getting added to that game that I talked about a couple of days ago. Multiverses, and he's also in Fortnite. We all know why, but anyone that knows, I've talked about sports before, that a lot of these sports NBA players, even WWE, MMA, the list goes on. A lot of them are sellouts. That's how they're so big. But first, you have here this tattoo called Chosen One. This is a narcissistic personality. It's really what it is. Because one, this guy calls himself king. He thinks he's a king. The only thing that he is a king of is being a sellout. That's what he's a king of. And you have to laugh that people said that some people are such defenders of this guy and such defenders of these NBA players. They're like, I got in an argument with someone that said this guy literally hasn't earned anything that he's got. He literally sold his soul, and people are like, "Oh, you're just an effing kid. You don't know what you're talking about, talking shit and all that." And he they were basically saying, "Oh, he's worked for everything that he's got." No, he hasn't. He sold his damn soul. He sold his soul. He's a sellout. That's really what happened. He sold his soul. That so when it says chosen one, it means he's chosen by the Illuminati. I mean, the hand signs don't lie. But again, you're gonna have enablers and defenders out there, and I've honestly never got it. Why do people get mad at sports when a team loses? And they're like, oh, we. They always use this stupid saying. It's the same with football. They're like, oh, we just lost. No, you didn't lose because you weren't playing the damn game, were you? You weren't playing the game, so you didn't lose. It's just stupid anyway. I don't support sports. I don't like sports. I just find it boring. It's all rigged. Anyone that knows anything knows that every single sport on the planet is rigged. All of it. All of them are. They're rigged. We all know that WWE is fake, so obviously that's rigged. A lot of sports are rigged. Even boxing. How do you think these people know, like when you bet on a fighter, bet on which fighter to win? How do you think they know who's gonna win the most? Because it's rigged. It's all rigged. Like that fake boxing match with Logan, or I think it was Jake Paul or Logan Paul against Mayweather. You think that wasn't rigged? I mean, get real. But the hand signs, as it says, we shall know them by the fruit, their fruit. This guy's a sellout. That's why he's as big as he is, and he calls himself the King James, and he's a lion. Imagine calling yourself a lion. Lions don't bow down and sell the souls to the devil. This guy is a sellout. That's what he is. He's nothing but a sellout. He has thrown up the Illuminati pyramid like the clown that he is. I mean, the symbolism's right there. And then you have many, it's not just Lebron James, others, more people from the Dallas team. Oh, look, the Illuminati pyramid. So it's not just, again, the skull and bones, the piracy, which again is part, that's where the skull and bones originated from, piracy. But there's his tattoo, and then another person has the tattoo of, basically his name is Luca. He has the New World Order Illuminati pyramid, meaning he is for the agenda. So it's not just Lebron James. As you see, throwing up the devil horns, and the amount of stuff while doing this research. I mean, I saw it upon years ago, but people already made a video about it. But just thought I'd make a video about it now. So he's throwing the devil horns up and looking up, basically to his god Satan that he worships. There you go with the pyramid, and there you go with the 666 hand sign. We've shown this thousands and thousands of times of what these hand signs mean. Again, the pyramid, that was a sign that he was throwing up. The Illuminati logo that NBA player had a tattoo of. And then the one eye symbol with the 666 hand sign. We've shown it many times. It's right there. The Illuminati pyramid there. Man, these celebrities don't just do it for no reason. Symbolizes their alliance to Satan and the Illuminati. So you gotta laugh, he calls himself King James, yeah. What king bows down before anyone? I mean, get real. It's the opposite way round. So he's just a narcissist, that's all he is. It's the clown. As I said, the symbols, the 666 hand sign, and he's constantly throwing it up. He's a sellout. It's right there. There's no denying it. This is video footage. This is not faked. There you go with the 666 and the one eye. Throwing up the pyramid. But oh, LeBron James isn't a sellout. He earned everything that he had. Sure he did. You keep believing that one. You keep believing that these celebrities haven't sold the soul. You keep believing that crap. Again, the pyramid. Same hand sign. 666. Again, kind of find this funny. He has a 6 in his t-shirt while throwing the 666 hand sign up. So altogether, 666. And a lot of people will look up to these people, namely black people. You're being deceived. As I said, a lot of black people look up to people like LeBron James and that. They buy his shoes, just like people like Michael Jordan. They go out and buy the shoes that these NBA players wear. You're falling for an agenda. These people ain't role models. They're sellouts. As you can see with the hand sign. Right now. There's no denying it. There's no defending this. It's right there. Same hand sign. But again, people defend this guy. Oh, he's not a solo. He's not solo. Yes, he is. There he is with good old Travis Scott. Gotta laugh at it. That guy literally got away with literal murder. I mean, not made a video about it because my argument was proven right. Literally, he got away with all that stuff that he done at the concert, people dying and all that, and he was responsible. Got away with it. Literally got away with it. He's back to performing everywhere now. Got away with it. That's what I said. These rappers and that and these sellouts can do whatever they want because they're all Freemason devil worshippers. They can literally do a satanic blood sacrifice and they'll get away with it because, as I said, what you got to understand about the Freemason Brotherhood, if someone actually literally does murder someone, that case will just disappear, that evidence. That's what the Freemasons do. That's the code of the Brotherhood. That if another brother in the Freemasonry basically is going to face charges, they'll just get rid of the evidence. That's why I've said many times the court, you wonder why there's no justice in the courtroom. It's because they're all Freemasons. If you even look at information, even a courtroom is like a Freemason lodge. Him throwing the 666 hand sign up, in with Jay-Z, man, there's no arguing with it. It's right there in your face. And he has a tattoo. If you look at the tattoo that he's got, it's a weird tattoo. So I guess it's the Bowl Foundation. That's the tattoo that he's got. Saturday. So I guess this is Saturday. I took classes yoga, classes swimming at back home. I can't tell you exactly where it was. It's a secret place. We hold a secret society over there. We don't tell too many people. James played. There again. This is probably from his own words, so he can't tell you about it because he's a Freemason. That's a Freemason oath. You could probably say, oh, he's just joking here, but this is the way they do it. They admit truth in comedy. It's the way they do it. They've always done it. So he's a Freemason. And I believe this is a Freemason symbol. I mean, what even is this thing? Looks like something from ancient Babylon. Some occult crap. Again, him throwing the 666 hand sign up. It's right there. There's no denying it. Again. Oh, but Lebron James isn't the sellout. He's a king. He's not a king. And he never will be. Get that right. But that's what you always have with narcissists. It's a narcissist trait. They'll call themselves kings and all that. That's what they do. It's just laughable, it really is. It's just pathetic, man, it really is. And then you have this. I find this funny. Looks like devil horns. I noticed this. Well, I can't really see it properly, it's kind of blurry. But it did kind of look like Medusa. But it's probably just the way her hair is. Because it's dead blurry. But this guy is a devil. Because he's deceiving a lot of people. He sold his soul. Again, constantly throwing this occult crap up. And what the hell is that on his t-shirt? Constantly doing the satanic hand signs. Constantly. And then this. No one can deny it now. It's right in your face. Lebron James. There you go, right there. Look at the t-shirt. I mean, just look at the t-shirt. It's the Illuminati pyramid. The all-seeing eye. So if you still have doubts that this guy isn't a sellout, Just look at the t-shirt. It's that simple. It's not. There's no denying it. It's in your face. Represents this. Who does that eye represent? Lucifer. What does all this symbolize? This symbolizes Earth, the pillars of the Earth. That's what it symbolizes. That's why the Freemasons use it. This symbolizes the pillars of the Earth. This symbolizes what people would say the sky. This symbolizes the Illuminati all-seeing eye in the eye of Lucifer, the eye of Ra. They believe it that it's the eye of God, the Grand Master, the Grand Architect, Lucifer, the one bringing the true knowledge. That's what these Freemasons believe. So there is no doubt you can't defend LeBron James and say that he isn't a sellout, because only sellouts wear Illuminati merchandise and only sellouts support the Illuminati. That's just facts. But these simulate the Freemason pillars, and that simulates. And you even notice the stars. Why do you think America, the American flag, has stars? Because it all goes back to Freemasonry. You wonder why Hollywood is so wicked. It's because the nation of America was built on Freemasonry. That's just facts. Again, other people doing that hand time. And this is who they worship. I mean, it's just facts. You can't argue with it. And this is what it represents, this all-seeing eye as well. The New World Order, the Illuminati. As I've said many times, the reason it's uncapped is because that's Lucifer, the Antichrist. That's why it's uncapped. Because it's like a throne. It's like a throne. And again, as it says, who seeks about back into from the earth? Satan does. Satan controls this earth. Satan is the god of this air, the prince of the air. He's a destroyer, person of chaos, destruction, death. I just think the Illuminati do death and destruction because that's who Satan is. Comes bringing it. So that's who this represents. The devil. Well, these people always say that, oh, it's the eye of providence and it's the eye of God. No, you've got one thing right. It is an eye of a God, but it's the devil. I mean, there's no denying it. There ain't no denying it. It's right there. The guy is a sellout. Facts. The hand signs are there. Then another person, another NBA player, what does he have in his hand? The symbol. We all know what this is. One is the Star of Molech, because it's all the same crap. All these stars. Freemasonry symbols. It's right there. It's a Freemason symbol. People say, oh, well, that's the star of you know what. No, it isn't. It's the star of Molech. And if you knew anything, there's no such thing as that star anyway. It's just bull. It's the star of Molech, star of Rephaim, the devil. That's who Molech was. Molech was the god of the Canaanites, where they used to do human sacrifice. And if you go all the way back, the original Molech was the Baphomet, which again is the devil. So it's not just LeBron James that's a sellout. A lot of the NBA players are a bunch of devil worshippers, just like footballers. Why do you think they're so famous? The more you promote their bullshit and the more that you promote their agendas, the bigger star you become. That's why we've seen stars out there that used to be big now become irrelevant because they're not fulfilling the Illuminati's agenda, so now they don't need them. That's what they do. As soon as they're done with you, your career dies. So, I mean, it's happened to a lot. Again, as I said, he's got a tattoo of the Illuminati Sellout. No one just gets a random tattoo of the Illuminati. Everyone knows what it means. You cannot worm around and say, "Oh, it means it's for protection." No, it means that they support the Illuminati. Again, like I said, throwing up the satanic hand signs. Weird. This is fuck. And I believe this other guy's an NBA player. I don't actually know. But as I said, it's not just LeBron James. There's a lot of people that are sellouts. Another one. I mean, and yeah, people want to get mad at sports. Oh, sports. They get so mad when a team loses. I mean, look at NBA to start with. They named a team as an insult to Native Americans, Redskins. That team was literally made to insult and a racist joke to Native Americans. That's what it was. Go ask Native Americans that. They find it very offensive. Because again, Hollywood is a bunch of racists. It's just facts. This is what you got to understand who's in power. The tattoo's right there. Why would you get a tattoo? And again, you'll notice this in the clock form. Because again, the Illuminati's time is running out. They know it is. Why would this person get a tattoo of the Illuminati? Because he supports it. That's why. It's just facts. Again, he thinks he's a king. He literally actually thinks he's a king. It's beyond pathetic. This guy is nowhere near on the level of Michael Jordan or anything like that. But again, I even believe Michael Jordan was probably a sellout. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because I don't care for NBA. I really don't. I don't care for any sport. I don't even watch it. Boring. Absolutely boring. I'd never got what people's obsession is with getting mad over a rigged game. It's just stupid. All sports is rigged, whether you want to accept that or not. It is rigged. It's entertainment. What is entertainment? It's fake. Things like WWE, people still think that's real. Well, it ain't. It's all fake. Boxing's fake as well. And where I mean it's fake is the fights are rigged. It's just facts. Same with the UFC. Many people take dives in boxing and UFC. They take dives, they lose a fight on purpose. Why do you think most of the fights are embarrassing? I mean, why do you think the fight with Conor McGregor and who and who was the other one? Basically, I literally said the name before. No, it doesn't matter. Things just go out my head. But who Conor McGregor went against, that fight was it was an embarrassment. It literally was. It was an embarrassment. It was rigged. None of them won. It was literally just an embarrassment. Yet this guy could knock people out so easily in the UFC, yet he couldn't knock a boxer out. A UFC fighter, that's real fighting. Boxing, you have gloves on. If you hit somebody with what that glove is meant to do is it's like protection. UFC, they don't. That's why they wear gloves, because if you just punch somebody right in the face with your full fist, it's going to cause more damage than having gloves on. And it's just stupid anyway. All those sports, the amount of injuries that people have had. I mean, serious life-threatening. One guy was fighting against another person. He ran at the fighter, and the fighter just lifted his knee up and kneed him right in the skull, and his skull literally caved in. He can never fight again. So- and all these fighters get paid. I think it's not even. It's like probably like 5,000. So you're putting your life on the line for that amount of money. It's not worth it. It's the same as the ancient Romans. They did the same bullshit with the Colosseum, making people fight for their lives. That's what you got to understand. America is the revived Roman Empire. It's just facts. Because it is. They do all the same things that the Roman Empire did. The Colosseum, and they even admit it with UFC that that's where they derived from. The Roman Empire. If you look at the old intro that they used to use, it starts off with a Roman soldier because they know. I mean, it's just dumb anyway. I mean, being paid. I mean, as I said, the amount of injuries that have happened. Anderson Silva literally snapped his leg and literally couldn't fight. He literally destroyed his leg, snapped it in two. He was lucky that he could ever fight again. So that's what I mean, and they're not even being paid that much. So literally, and we all know the things that go on with UFC now. I obviously can't mention it, but we know what agendas it has now, and it's just so dumb. Literally, you have men that can fight against. I'll leave it at that. You can have men that basically fight against. It's just a joke, and that's considered a fair fight. Because again, this bullshit SJW crap in this world now. And as I said, there it is right there. Lebron James, the sellout. I mean, who wears a t-shirt like this? Only a sellout does. I mean, it's just far to prove it. So, where it says chosen, number one chosen, who do you think that refers to? He's the number one chosen by the Illuminati. Because he ain't chosen by God, because obviously his God is Satan. I mean, that's pretty obvious. He's a sellout. I mean, as I said, the symbolism's right there. Simple as that. Symbolism's right there. But you'll have, as I said, you'll have enablers out there defending it and saying, "Oh, LeBron James isn't a sellout." It's just pathetic, man. People use any excuse and defend these people. So what they do? So I think I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I think it is the Illuminati for people of African descent. Well, that's just stupid because the Illuminati means the Illuminati. It has nothing to do with African descent. The Illuminati is the Illuminati. I mean, people just make excuses up. Yeah, let's get real. If a white guy sold his soul, the amount of people that would be calling it out, I call out both sides. I don't care if people want to label me names because that's what people do. They label people a racist. Oh, the only reason you're calling LeBron James out is because he's black. No, I expose everybody. But that's the excuse that people use. Oh, you can't call him out because he's African American. I can call whoever I want out. It's not about race. You have people that are white, you have people that are Chinese, you have people that are Japanese that sell the soul. It's not a race thing. Every single race sells out. But people just defend anyone. Is LeBron James the Sprite cranberry guy? I don't know much about LeBron James. I couldn't tell you. As I said, I don't. I don't watch NBA, so I honestly couldn't tell you. The only thing I know about him is he's an NBA player. Um, he's a big star in the NBA. When he sold his soul. That's about all I know. So I honestly couldn't tell you on what shirt. I mean, as I said, all the evidence is there. Um, and as I said, it's not just black NBA players that sell out. It's not about a race thing, as approved here. There's white NBA players that sell out. So it's not just one side. There's sellouts everywhere. I mean, this guy I've never even heard of. I mean, then again, I've never heard of half of the NBA. Only people I've heard of is Michael Jordan and LeBron James. It's about, and that's about it. I've heard the name Steph Curry, but I've never watched NBA. I just heard it because it floats around on YouTube and that. Because these big stars have sold out. All that. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And that's why I'm exposing it. Because if you look at multiverse, you want it coming up. So, because I know he was in LeBron James, and he's basically been put in that game multiverse, as I said. He's basically been put in that. He's a big star for a reason. As I said, he sold his soul. That's just facts. He sold his soul. That's why he's as big as he is. He's a Freemason. You ain't going to become this big without selling your soul. It's not going to happen. I haven't seen this movie. I haven't seen it. Well, I guess it's in just an animated version. I haven't watched Looney Tunes since I was a kid. But this, as I said, you have Lebron James in multiverses. He's in that now. What better thing to play as a sellout in a game that is just a copy and paste of, because that's all this game is. It's a copy and paste of Smash Bros. And it's not a very good one. I mean, I played the beta of this game for a couple of hours, and then it got boring very fast. It's not a game that you can play just the same as Fortnite. I really don't get how people can play that game 24 hours a day. They must have no life, or they must have a really low attention span. But he's in this game, and he's also in this. Yeah, he ain't gonna be in games like this unless you sell your damn soul. Let's get real. Not gonna happen. And this skin isn't that very good anyway. I mean, what they were thinking when they added this, I don't know. Because it's just whack. It really is. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's just Fortnite for you. Just lazy, aren't they? I mean, they've never added Michael Jordan to the game. Never added any other NBA players. Why is it just LeBron James? I'll tell you why. Because when you sell your soul, people they'll put you in a game. Or if you kiss the game's ass, they'll put you in a game. But yeah. So people can deny it as much as they want and say that LeBron James isn't a sellout. You're just in denial because the evidence are proved. And I posted a video. People probably won't watch it, but I posted another video on BitChute a day ago. If people are actually interested in it, so I don't care about this thing either. But I think only African descent are allowed in there. I don't even know what that means, and I'm not looking it up either. Because I did it last time and it ended up getting me banned. So you're gonna have to explain what it means because I'm not looking it up. Because last time a live stream of mine got taken down. It literally got taken down, yeah. I didn't show on the screen. Is that movie I got Matrix vibes like some metaverse programming, Space Jam. I can tell you, as I said, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the movie. As I said, the last time I watched Looney Tunes was when I was a child. And I'm not joking about that. And I was about, I don't even remember. It's been that long. Don't remember how old I was, but I was a child. I've not watched it for that long. So it consists of members of. It was founded in 1904 as a way for professional black men to rework as white businesses organizations weren't open to them. But again, that has nothing to do with this. It has literally has nothing to do with it. It means what it means. It's the Illuminati. It is not anything to do with African. If you mean his tattoo on his back chosen, or maybe probably maybe, but this does not apply to black businesses. It refers to the occult. Oh, you probably mean this. Yeah, that's probably what you mean. This. But it does kind of look like a cult symbol. If you actually look at it, it does actually look like a cult symbol. But the things that he's saying here, he's basically saying like it's a secret society. He's like, I can't tell you exactly where it was at. It's a secret place. We hold a secret society. So this is a secret society, clearly. He said it in his own words. I'm not twisting his words. He's saying it in his own words that it's a secret society. There we don't tell many people. So that's a secret society that doesn't tell their secrets. That's clearly a cult. That's a cult mentality. They basically a cult believes that they have the secret knowledge that nobody else does. That's a cult. It's clearly a cult. I mean, you even look at what is even the logo. This looks. Let's look up the ancient Babylon. I forgot I had it open. What a dumbass. Completely forgot I already had it open. What an idiot. What an idiot. So, that was the ancient. Might as well go to this one now. Ancient Babylon. Jeez. If you look at it, it kind of looks like one of these. This, this is ancient Sumerian, occult crap. Obviously, they believe that the Sumerians were like gods and that. So if you look at this and compare it with this, kind of almost looks the same. So this is occult crap. Kind of looks like some occult nonsense. Well, he said in his own words, that it's a secret society. If this was for black people, basically businesses and that, he wouldn't say it's a secret society because no, you wouldn't want to see a business for black people and helping black people out. Why would that be a secret society? You'd think they'd want more black people to know about this. So to me, it just seems like a bunch of basically them covering their own backside so they don't get exposed as a cultist. Because, as I said, he says it in his own words. I'm not making it up. It's his own words. I'm not twisting his words. He's the one that's saying it. So it looks like this, the ancient Babylonian crap. Which again, these are known as like the Nephilim, or these creatures are known as like the Nephilim. or fallen angels. It's what it's known as. These like creature things, because they're clearly not human. And the ancient Babylonian art is there as well. They had like angel wings and like a body of an animal. See if it's wrong. But this is what they're known as. It's believed, whether it's true or not, that these were the Nephilim, part of the Nephilim bloodline. I mean, because you look, they had like, same as Egypt, they had the face of it, and look how tall they were as well. Clearly, they were not normal. Look how tall they were. They were like giants. That was the Nephilim, the bloodline. And many people say that that didn't happen. Well, there's proven documentation and bones found around the world that, and there's even bloodline. There's people born, so many, because there's many people that say that none of this happened. Well, if you read your so-called book, these people that claim to be Christian, says in one of the chapters that the Nephilim had 6 feet, I think 6 fingers and 6 toes. Now I can prove for a fact that there's people born with 6 feet. Six. We'll show you people born with six fi- 6 fingers. It's just the fact. This is part of the Nephilim bloodline. There's people born with 6 fingers and 6 toes, which is exactly how it describes the Nephilim in the Bible. It's how it describes the look. So to the Nephilim deniers out there, you're literally denying what you so-called read on a daily basis and that you believe in. That's what I said, that there's hypocrites. Because the Nephilim bloodline is a real thing. But that's what, to me, it just seems like this ancient Sumerian occult crowd. Old hybrids, part man, part beast. I seen carvings of them holding a lion as if it were a house cat. That's how big they are. Exactly. And many people that still believe that giants still exist, the Nephilim bloodline, some of them still do exist. Not all of them were wiped out. This is just facts. It explains this. Not all of them were wiped out. A lot of the Nephilim bloodline still exist on this earth. Yeah, explains how you have people that are like almost nearly 12 foot tall, or even bigger than that. It's not natural. And you'll see with these people, they have a disease where they never stop growing. That's called the Nephilim. And yet there's people out there that say, oh, that never happened. Yet there's multiple evidence in this world. In the sacred text of Islam, the Quran, the cherubim, or a class of angels, those primary function to praise God. They are, for humans, not sure if that counts from the angels are not Nephilim. Nephilim people, Nephilim is a hybrid of corrupt DNA. That's what it is. It's corrupt DNA, like demons and it's a mixture of demons and fallen angels. mixtured with human DNA. That's what the Nephilim really is. Explains it in many books. Why do you think when it says like the days of Noah, back then there was very sick stuff going on, and they don't just promote these giants in movies for no reason. They knew they existed, and people that say the giants never existed and say that Nephilim bloodline never existed, then how do you explain David and Goliath then? That's it. If you say that to the people that say there's no such thing as Nephilim, then how did Goliath exist? Guess he just appeared out of thin air because it said there was a lot of them at that time. And when King David had to fight against one of them, they said there was loads of them then, and that they had to be slain. So saying that the Nephilim bloodline doesn't exist and that never happened is a complete contradiction to the story of David and Goliath. If giants never existed, then you can't have Goliath. Doesn't exist. But that's where you catch these people out because contradict that story or completely contradict it. So they literally have to admit that they're wrong. In Norse mythology, Thor kills all the giants. But there's a lot of occult belief. Like they believe that Thor is the god of thunder, and that Odin basically. When you look at Odin, he loses one of his eyes. It basically goes back to the Vikings. They believed in a lot of stupid stuff. But there's been a lot of pagan stuff that the Vikings and that believed in. I mean, just look at the Greeks. They believed in Zeus. They believed in multiple gods. They literally believed in multiple gods, and they believed in a snake god that could literally turn people into stone. It's the stupidest crap ever. Giants probably are the same as the Titans in ancient mythology. I mean, who knows? I mean, the Titans were very tall. So, yeah, I just wanted to make this video. That's it. Nobody will probably watch it like. I mean, I just accepted now. I mean, it is what it is. But anyone that's actually interested, I posted a video on BitChute. If anyone's even interested in watching it, just go watch it on BitChute. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Because I'm running out of hours now that I can stream. You can only stream with this StreamYard for about 20 hours a month. I think I've streamed for about 12 months. 12 hours so far this month. I don't know if I've got a backup anyway. If the time runs out, I'll just use another streaming software that's free. That's all I'll do in the future. But I have to watch how long I stream now because I'm running out of time. I've only got a few hours left on this month. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.